Welcome. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Uh, that was a good one. That was a horrible, one-sided beatdown, terrible fight. I mean, just absolutely horrendous. I don't know. Canelo is look, I'm not a Canelo hater and I'm not a Canelo stan. I'm kind of neutral. I'm kind of agnostic on Canelo. Give me 1 second. Canelo's in there bragging that he's fighting younger fighters. Are we serious? Are we being serious right now? What's up, Oscar? Um, Canelo's in there. Berlanga sucks. That fight was more one-sided than I thought it was going to be. That was absolutely a horrible fight. Like I thought that fight was going to be one-sided, and then it ended up being 100 times worse than I thought. Berlanga sucks, man. Talk about big for nothing. Just big for nothing. Like, what's he big for? Why does he even bother being big? What does he do? He's useless. He's absolutely useless in there. I can't think of. Oh, my dog's gonna break something real quick. Hang on. He's absolutely useless in there. There's nothing he does above average besides be big. Big for nothing. Remember when he had that 16 fight knockout? And I'm not trying to hate on him, guys. Guys, if you haven't already, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'm glad y'all are here. We'll get to the chat in just a minute. But if you haven't already, join the Patreon. If you haven't already, tip your bookie. Tip your gambling advisor. Your gambling advisor has hit 9 parlays in a row. I've hit 9 parlays in a row, guys. Show some love. Tip your gambling advisor. He's coming through for you every single time. I've hit 9 parlays in a row. Muscles was getting a little worried about Caleb Plant. He's like, I'm going to pull out. I'm like, yo, don't pull out. Caleb Plant's not going to lose to Trevor McCoomey. I promise you that. And he didn't. He got the knockout. But that was a little hairy. That was a little hairy for a moment. But Canelo, Lotta, easy money. That's easy money. I told, Muscles before the fight. Yeah, guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button for me, please. I'm gonna leave it up there. Listen, I gotta freeze frame this right there. That's gotta be a profile picture right there. Yeah, guys, he's got. I mean, Muscles is like on fire today. He's got some great ideas. Smash the like button. Join the Patreon. You guys know the deal. We got great call on Lotta. Thank you. We got Assad in the house. We got everyone rolling in here. It's a pleasure to have y'all. Oscar the Grouch is in the house. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure to tip your gambling advisor. Super chats and my Cash App below. It's always appreciated. But Canelo is in there bragging, I fight younger fighters. You fought Edgar Berlanga. Why'd you fight Berlanga? Why'd you fight David Morrell? Why'd you fight Benavidez? Why'd you fight Berlanga? And this is, I'm not trying to disparage Floyd Mayweather, but this is a Floyd Mayweather type move where you take the money fight against the easier fighter instead of fighting the best guy. Look, there was money to be made in Berlanga. I had a lot of my Puerto Rican brothers from New York asking me, can Berlanga win? Can Berlanga win? No, he cannot. Right? But they had intrigue in the fight and there was buzz about the fight because Berlanga, for whatever reason, and I have no idea what that reason is a draw. And people care about Berlanga. I'm not sure why. I don't know why. He's no good. He just showed. There was times in that fight where he was just letting Canelo walk him back. Just let him walk him back into the corner. It's like, my God, I would have stopped that fight if I was working Berlanga's corner. I would have stopped that fight, man. That was brutal. That was brutal. There was no reason to let the thing go on. I would have stopped around 9, 10. It's enough. that's enough of this. He's just getting brutally beaten. He had no. There was no game. Like, what was his game plan? If I paid you $100 to tell me what his game plan was, what was Berlanga's game plan? There was no game plan. That was brutal to watch. At no point was he competitive in that fight. Not for a minute was he competitive in that fight. And for Canelo at this stage of his career to fight non-mandatories who are completely non-competitive, Canelo really shouldn't even fight mandatories that are non-competitive. There's just no point in it, right? And I understand he got. What does that do for your legacy to beat Edgar Berlanga up for 12 rounds? Couldn't stop him. Couldn't get him out. And I understand he's a monster. Like, he's a huge dude. And when he had those 16 knockouts in a row, everyone like, Berlanga. No, he's trash. He's no good. He's trash. When he had the knockout streak, there was intrigue, and we were all paying attention. He was knocking him out in the first round. All right, cool. Is he any good? No, he's no good. And that was clear as day. He's no good. He's absolutely no good. There's nothing he does good. He gets hit a lot. He's got power. He's not some massive hitter. He's not. Just levels, man. There was levels to this, and he's not anywhere near the level of a pound-for-pound fighter. I don't even think he's got world championship pedigree. He's just not any good. He doesn't let his hands go. He was working his jab. I actually thought for who he is, Berlanga fought well tonight. And that's how much of a mismatch it was. That's how much of a mismatch. And he's so non-competitive against a guy like Canelo. And everyone inside the box. And this is why the odds were so crazy. He's minus 1,600, minus 1,800. I've seen him vary anywhere from minus 1,200 to minus 1,800. I've seen crazy odds on this. And the reason is because everyone in the boxing world knows Berlanga sucks. And that's the long and short of it. We'll get into the other fight in just a minute. I'll be honest, guys. I wasn't watching all of the undercard. I was watching the college football today. I'm a huge college football fan. My Longhorns were playing at night. I'm having a breakdown here. I'm not doing well here, guys. All right. Breaking everything in sight. I was actually more worried about my Longhorns, who won by 50, than I was about the Canelo. The Longhorns won by 49 points there. They won by 7 touchdowns against UTSA. UTSA was more competitive than Edgar Berlanga was with Canelo. That's my quote of the day. I'm going to tweet that in just a minute. Give me 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Sent that tweet out. That was a piss poor performance. Just piss poor all around. Just awful, terrible, no good performance. From start to finish from Edgar Berlanga. I knew he would be non-competitive, but he was somehow worse than I thought. And he fought well. For what he did, I thought he worked his jab better than he usually does, which is... And then, what's the game plan, though? To go back and get trapped into the corner or just trade on the inside with Canelo? That was ridiculous, the effort he put forth. It wasn't a Jamel Charlo thing where he wasn't fighting to win. It was just he didn't care. And it was just that he had no game plan. It was like they didn't look at any tape, but they had no idea what he was. It was just really weird. Let me get through some of these, and then we'll get into World of Russell says Berlanga didn't have enough experience to win that fight. Yes, it's that, and that's part of it, but there's so much more to it than that. What's up with Fulton? He won, but he didn't. Did he? Yeah. I mean, I want to get into that. Let me address this now because it goes together with Caleb Plant. And look, this is all PBC fighters besides Benavidez, really. They don't fight but once every 14, 16 months. They don't fight. They're never in the ring. They don't fight. Right? Like, so how can you expect them to win? How can you expect them to compete and look sharp and be good when they don't ever fight? They're never fighting. This is a problem with people. They're not going to look good. I thought Fulton won the fight. I did. You could argue that he didn't. You could definitely argue he lost. I thought he won the fight. But I'm not a PBC hater. I'm just going to give you facts. Here's Caleb Plant. He fought once in 2022, once in 2023, took off a year and a half. He's been off a year and a half. Okay? Stephen Fulton. Cool boy Steph. Fought once in 2022, once in 2023, took 14 months off. How can you expect anyone to look good that way when they fight every 14 months? And it's not like it's everybody. Look. Name a PBC fighter. Oh. Errol Spence. This is my favorite one. Okay, he fought no times in 2024, fought once in 2023, once in 2022, and no times in 2021. He doesn't fight at all. Like, they don't fight. Who do you think Canelo is fighting next? I don't. He fights young guys. I don't know. Bam Rodriguez. Like, his kid. I don't know who he's gonna fight next. But I tell you who he's not gonna fight next, Rafa, and that's David Benavidez or David Morrell. He's not gonna fight those guys next. So you can scratch that. That's who he's not gonna fight. Who he is gonna fight? It's I don't know. It's a damn shame, man. It really is a damn shame. Ryan. Tanahara in the house. What up, Ryan? Yeah, Tanahara would have stopped him. Tanahara would have got super middleweight out for sure. Yeah, Texas covered his back. Texas was, I think, 35 and a half. 35 and a half. Is that what you saw him at? Yeah, they covered. They won by 49. I think Fulton did enough in the 12th to earn him the win. Yeah, it was 10-round fight, but yeah, I thought he won too. Even though he got knocked down, he was winning a lot of the round. I thought he won. I guess you could argue he didn't. I don't know. I thought he won, but he didn't look good, right? Muscle. I mean, we can all agree that Stephen Fulton and Caleb Plant, yes, they both got the win. No, they did not look good. And again, this is just a reoccurring problem with PBC fighters. I don't know what these guys do for money, right? They don't fight. So what do they do? How do they make money? What do they do for a living? Like, they don't box. Since 2021, he's fought one time. Like, it's crazy. How do they not fight ever? Inactivity is going to have a lot to do with it. Like, you have to be in the ring. You have to fight more than every. These guys don't even fight once a year. They fight once every 14, 15 months. You know, they used to fight 3 times a year. Then Floyd did the thing where you fought twice a year. Now they're fighting every 15 months, 14 months. It's bad for the sport. Like, PBC never recovered from the pandemic, if you think about it. They had more cards on during the pandemic than they have now. PBC has a handful of cards per year. That's it. They don't have prospects anymore. They don't showcase young fighters. Like, they don't. PBC is in bed, and I don't care who the promoter is. I'm just pointing out the fact that PBC is in horrible shape. Their fighters don't fight, and they have no prospects. What are they doing? Like, Matchroom top Golden Boy is in far better shape than PBC. Think about that. PBC doesn't have a TV deal. Inactivity is a real thing in the sport. Abdullah fighting like every month. PBC doesn't have any prospects. All the prospects go to Top Rank because I don't know what PBC is doing. Like, they're not competing. They have a couple of fighters who are 35 years old. Like, all of their fighters are old. I guess, like, when this crop of fighters is done, they're done. I don't understand. But they don't have any good young fighters. They were, 3 years ago, they were it. They were the biggest in the sport. Now everyone they have is 35 years old and fights once every 15 months. And it's the inactivity. Fulton, Arislandi Laura, Danny Garcia. Like, it's enough. And I want to get real with Danny Garcia. Mauro Ranallo is in there cheerleading him. He overcame his mental health issues. Fine. Good for him. Mental health issues, and can we be honest? Mental health issues are only for the rich and privileged. That's it. Regular working class people don't get to have mental health issues. They have to go to work anyway. Can we just be real about things? If the plumber, if the police officer, if whatever, in the sound of my voice is, I have mental health issues. Okay, great. You better go to work because you know what's going to make it worse? Getting fired and losing all your money. But when you're a multi-millionaire like Danny Garcia or whoever else, Ryan Garcia, you can have mental health issues. If you're the janitor at the school, if you're a train conductor, you can't have mental health issues. You have to go to work. So when I hear this mental health stuff, all I think of is spoiled baby. Like, I don't want to say spoiled. Like, they worked hard and they got it. But, like, can we stop with the crap? You're a grown man. Deal with it. Just deal with it. It is. If you, right? If you're the HVAC guy, you better go fix people's heating and air conditioning, right? And stop complaining about your mental health, because what's going to make your mental health worse is getting fired for not going to work, right? Like, I'm just tired of hearing about it. Be a grown man. You're a fighter, for God's sakes. Deal with it. Fight through your issues. Like, I swear, everyone right now, whatever is bothering you, whatever is stressing you out, whatever is causing you anxiety, write it down on a piece of paper. Put it on a shelf. A month later, take that out. Go through the list. I promise you, 90% of the things causing you stress and anxiety aren't an issue anymore in a month, right? Like, you can solve things. And I understand, like, we've all been in tough places before. A breakup, you lose a job, something doesn't go. We've been there. But, like, to sit there and say, I can't go to work for a year because I'm stressed out or I'm overwhelmed. It's like, stop. Like, just be a man and deal with it. My brain works best when I'm under stress and under pressure. Like, I eat once a day and drink about 15 cups of coffee. You know why? Because it builds stress. And my brain works best when I'm stressed out. All right. It's a different era. Yeah, I know. But Danny Garcia is a couple years younger than me. Right? Like, he's 37. I'm 41. This guy's toughen up. Act like a man. Seriously. I think Errol Spence said something like when Danny Garcia was in the ring crying about his mental health. It's like, just deal with it. I miss the 90s. Yes, yeah. All right. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now, guys. What did you guys think of the card overall? Like, I didn't love the card. I thought Laura and Danny Garcia was kind of washed up, and then Fulton and Caleb Plant were kind of fighting nobodies. They were kind of fighting no one at all, no one of any relevance or significance. And Castro, guys, I don't understand Carlos Castro. Why is he good? Because he gives people problems. I can't really, like, scouting this guy as a professional boxing guy. Looking at him, I'm just like, nah. He's got a nice jab. I guess a nice jab can take you around the world, huh? Like, it really can. he was competitive with a guy I think highly of, and Stephen Fulton. I agree. Stephen Fulton was rusty, but he shook it off. It seemed like, and Castro was still competitive in there with him. And I look at Castro, and there's nothing I like about his game, like nothing. I don't see anything good about him besides he's got a nice jab. I guess the jab, a good jab can take you around the world, is what they say. And I guess that's true with Castro because I don't see anything else I like about his game. What did you think of Villa getting knocked out? I was staying away from that fight. I thought he'd win, to be honest with you. I thought, okay, Villa wins this fight, but I don't think Villa is very good, but he probably wins. I don't think they'd give him a fight like that. So I was surprised he got knocked out. But you go back and you look at Romain Villa. He's not all that good, right? He's got wins over Boca Chica. He got the win over Rashidi Ellis. He's a good fighter, I guess. I don't know. I'm surprised. I thought he'd win, right? To be fair, I thought he'd win. But I'm not shocked. Danny took one decent shot and took a knee. He showed up and he fought, so he gets paid. But, Rafa ain't wrong, my man. Rafa ain't wrong. Danny Garcia became spoiled, parading his women in public. He's been wearing his silk PJ since he became a contender at welterweight. Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah, I mean, he gave him a deal. Yeah. No, I'm definitely surprised. I thought he'd win. I thought he'd win. That was smart of you to lay off that. You're right. He should have done better. But now I'm interested in Ricardo Salas, who's 25-year-old Mexican guy who may or may not be a killer. We need to go check this guy out. He's fought predominantly, he's fought in Canada and stuff. He's fought mostly in Mexico. This is a guy that we definitely need to keep a look at. I do want to get into a question that Rafa asked me that I kind of went off on. Who is Canelo fit to fight next? That's a great question. He's running out of names. He's 34, so he's getting there. He's getting there, man. And Billy, does he fight? I mean, he can really go anywhere. Diego Pacheco? And Billy, Diego Pacheco. I mean, I don't really care about any of these names. Lester Martinez? I mean, I'm really running out of names here. Caleb Plant. Remember, he's not going to have that deal. That PBC deal is up. Originally, I would have said Big Charlo, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Jonathan Lopez is going to be nice. Muscles like Jonathan Lopez for sure. Yes. He's going to fight Rolly Ramiro next. Let's go. No, who is Canelo going to fight next? Terrence Crawford? I don't know. Damn, team. I lost it all tonight betting the over and not following the script on the money line. Yeah. I give you guys a lock, man. I give you guys gold. I've hit 9 in a row. 9 in a row, guys. And don't forget to tip your bookie. Don't forget to tip your gambling advisor. I've given you 9 locks in a row. 9. This is the hottest hot streak I've ever had in my whole life. 9 locks in a row I've given you guys. I want to see Plant Berlanga next. I bet they fight next. Yeah, I mean, Berlanga's still wrapped up with Eddie Hearn. So Eddie Hearn, I mean, it's possibility. What's up? I was worried about Plant. Yeah, man. Muscles wanted to bail out. Oh, man. Muscles, don't give me that. Plant's not going to lose to Trevor McCall. Here's the thing about Caleb Plant. He's not feather-fisted. He's not. He just doesn't use his power. Like some guys love their power. Caleb Plant hates his power, but it exists. And I knew, like, if push came to shove here, he could knock Mikumi out. And I guess we'll see. Caleb Plant again probably in 2026. Sammy Boy McKee, I'm disappointed, Gary. I won't be disappointed. I don't expect to come here and have my mental health issues left at and to just be a man. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like I don't know what to tell you, Sammy. I love you. I'll pray for you, but like sit here and cry about mental health issues. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like stick with the money line parlay XL. We hit on all of them. We really hit on all of them. Muscles, did you win tonight? And I just want to address, I'm not laughing at anyone's mental health issues. I'm saying if you have mental health issues and you're not a multimillionaire, you just have to deal with them. Mental health issues are for mental health issues are for the rich and privileged. Plant did have me worried after the knockdown, bro. I looked at you again. I wasn't really watching the fight because I thought the fight was going to be so non-competitive. I wasn't really paying attention to it because I was watching the Texas game. I had it on my tablet, and I was watching Texas. I didn't really know what was going on, to be honest with you. Yes, you got me super upset. I think I broke an eyelash. You got to take a year and a half off from work. Yes, I hit 3K tonight. There you go. Bang. And then you hit money. You Muscles. How much are you up this year? How much are you up this year total? We've got 3 months left in the year, 3.5 months left in the year. How much money are you up this year? You can brag. You can brag. Muscles is going to make so much money he can start to have mental health issues. Sean Bull knockdowns under 1.5. There you go. You got one. I thought after the third round you were definitely going to lose that bet. I won 1,000 on Lopez and full, and then 2K on Laura and Canelo. Bang, 3K this week. I'm at $250,000 with you, bro. $250,000. $250,000. $250,000. Don't forget to tip your gambling advisor. Super Chats and Cash App is open and available. Love y'all. Thank you, Sammy Boy McKee. Thank you. I'm not. Oh, Nate Dogg is in the house. There's my homie Nate. Nate the Great. If you guys ever want a great basketball mind to talk to, Nate's the guy. Nate is a wonderful, wonderful basketball mind. I'm a big hoops guy, in case y'all don't know. I have a channel, basketball channel, nothing but nets. Guys, join that as well. Nate, did you watch the Canelo fight? I know you didn't, but did you watch the Canelo fight? Did you watch Canelo and Berlanga? And also, why was this fight not in Madison Square Garden? You got the Puerto Rican, you got the New York Rican in the house. Why is he not fighting at the Garden? Like, Canelo fought one time in the Garden, and it was John Ryder. Why not fight in the Garden? Floyd Mayweather never fought at the Garden. Like, let's bring those fights back to the Garden. Canelo versus the New York Rican. Bring it to the Garden. Why not? Like, it'll sell more at the Garden. You can sell it. Yeah, it really will. A lot of people were into this fight. I wasn't. I knew it was going to be a one-sided beatdown. But Berlanga sucks even worse than I thought. I said he had no shot. I'm impressed he went the distance, but his corner should have stepped in and stopped that beatdown. That was ridiculous. That was a horrendous beatdown. So I am interested, y'all. Who do we want to see Canelo fight next? Like, there's not a ton of names at 68. Does he go to 75? He's not going to fight Morrell, and he's not going to fight Benavidez. So you can say Morrell and Benavidez, but I'm going to ask you for a realistic name that he could potentially fight next because he's not going to fight anyone who can beat him. So to me, that leaves Billy, Lester Martinez. Like, these are the names he's going to look at. I'm trying to – and Billy is the one I keep going back to. Like, I'm not a big Billy guy. I just can't see who else he could fight. Pacheco. Those are the two names, Pacheco and Billy. And I don't really want to see either of those. I'm not really hyper impressed with either one of those guys. If I had my druthers, if I had to pick one, between Billy and Pacheco, I would guess I would go Billy, because at least that's going to be an entertaining fight. But I'm really not super impressed by either one of those guys to any degree. Canelo pick either of those guys apart, even at 34 years old. How many more fights do we think Canelo has in him? I say he fights 2 more years. He fights 4 more times. That's kind of my guess. Is he fights 4 more times? Yeah. How many fights has Canelo had in his whole career? All right, y'all. Canelo's had 66 fights already. 66, 62, 2-2. 66 fights. Yeah, I say he gets to an even 70, and that's it. I say he fights 4 more times, and that's it. And those 4 fights, he will not fight Morrell, and he will not fight Benavidez. Do you guys? Because I think Morrell beats him, and I think he beats Benavidez. What do you guys think? Do you think he can beat either one of them? Like, that's why I said he should just fight Benavidez before he ages out, because he can beat him. Benavidez is sloppy. He makes mistakes. He shows his shot. Like, I can, if we're just scouting him, I can show you a million flaws in David Benavidez that Canelo could expose. All right, so I want to get into next week's schedule, guys. On my channel, I've already dropped the video from Munguia and Bazinian, which is a fight I like a lot. I like the fight, and I'm going to be at the fight, by the way. So next week, I'm going to be in Arizona. I'm going to be in Arizona for that fight. It's in Glendale, which is like Phoenix. So I'm going to be there. So the schedule is a Friday fight. So the schedule is going to be a little weird. I'm not going to get to do a mixed parlay fight with World of Wrestling, because I'm going to be in Arizona. I got to book a hotel. I got to do all that. But I'm going to be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I'll be back Saturday. So I will go live with you guys on Saturday and Sunday, and then I'll probably go live Monday and Tuesday, and then I don't know my schedule after that. But I'll go live tomorrow. I will do a live tomorrow after football. I don't really watch the Sunday night game unless it's the Jets. I'm all footballed out by Sunday night. But we'll do a live Sunday night, and we'll go live Monday and Tuesday, and then I'll be in Arizona Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Unless Nate wants to talk more Canelo. Canelo should just retire. He has nothing left to prove and all the money in the world to. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Let's go, Muscles. Oh, we're talking about Muscle. Muscles is in. Well, I'll let Muscle answer the question. I think he can beat Morrell and Benavidez. Morrell's tough, man. Morrell's good. I think he can beat Benavidez. Munguia, I dropped the video, Assad. You got to go to my channel. I don't want to. All right, the hell with it. You guys gonna watch the video anyway? I'm picking Bazinian. I'm picking Munguia. I think Bazinian is just a poor man's version of Munguia. I like Bazinian to a degree, the same way I like Munguia, but Munguia is just bigger, better, strong. Like, he's just better. All right. Yeah, I like Munguia. I don't really see how Bazinian wins this fight. I don't love Munguia. I like watching both these guys fight. I've watched a lot of Bazinian on this. I'm losing my freaking brain. I watched a lot of Bazinian on this. On the Eye of the Tiger card on ESPN Plus, the Top Rank. I've watched him a lot. He's got to win over. He's got to win over Ronald Ellis. Like, he's not bad, and there's like some things I like about him, but he does the same thing Munguia does, just not nearly as good. When am I going to do the lock of the week? Wednesday. Yeah, let's say Thursday. Let's go with Thursday. I think Thursday is a safe bet for sure. Let's go. I'll put up Thursday. I may have it up Wednesday. Let's take a look. Let's take an early peek at what we got next week. Dubois and AJ. That's an interesting fight. Boatsi and Hutchinson. Karachi and Josh Warrington. Tyler Denny. We'll see. All right. So far, here's what we have. Jaime Munguia and Brazilian. I already told you I like Munguia, and I may like that fight not to go the distance. I would like that prop. Chamberlain and Padley. That's an interesting fight. Tyler Denny and Hamza Shiraz. We're going to be betting on Shiraz on that one. Karachi and Josh Warrington. Guys, this may be one right here. We may lock this up. I like Josh Warrington, but we got some good videos. I got to get to some videos. Boatsi and Hutchinson. It's an interesting one. Dubois and Joshua. We got a pretty good week. We do. We got a pretty good week. Thank you for the super chat, my man. XL, I appreciate your knowledge. I appreciate your support, of course. Don't forget to tip your gambling advisor. He's making you a lot of money if you're listening to him. Chamberlain, Shiraz, Kochachi, Boatsi, and AJ. Shiraz is good. Shiraz is my new favorite fighter. It was one of my new favorite fighters. Chamberlain's. Well, I've never lost money over a year in boxing. Ever. Not even close. I used to gamble a lot on other sports, and it didn't go well. Boxing is, I've been involved in the boxing world my entire life, so boxing is what I do, and that's what I'm sticking with. But yeah, I've had horrible years in gambling with other sports. Like I just would chase it in college football. Then I would put together like a 16 parlay, all money line bets, and I would hit, and then I would get and then I would just chase it again. Baseball is the worst. Don't bet on baseball. It's total suckers bet. Boxing, I'm telling you guys, right? And I'm showing you can make a living doing this. You can make a living gambling on boxing. I just need to strictly follow the locks moving forward. Let's do it, XL. Let's do it. I give them to you for free. And I want you guys to know, any lock that I put out, I put my own money on. Okay? I wouldn't give you guys anything that I wouldn't put my own money on. So if you're taking it out, I'm taking it out with you guys. And we ain't taking no else. We haven't taken one in a very, very long time. It's been 2 months since we've taken out. 2 months. So let's just keep rolling. Let's just keep going. Let's keep this rolling. I want to see how high I can get this streak. I think next week, you never know when you're going to take it out. Like L's happen. They come, they go, they happen. We just build back better next week. But like I said, if you follow my advice, my boy Muscles is up to $250,000 on the year. He's up a quarter. Now he bets bigger than most people do. But, it's the percentages. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap this up soon. I like tomorrow. I like this week coming up. I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of things to get into. I got a lot of work to do, but I'm excited. I'm excited for this week coming up. Guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. On your way out, if you guys don't have any last-minute questions, thoughts, comments, super chats, leave them in there now. Remember, cash at me at 3D Boxing 817 or send the super chat like XL. Always tip your gambling advisor who's making you rich. But I'm going to wrap this up, guys. It's September 15th now, 2024. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless. This was a good stream. A lot of y'all dropped by. Familiar faces, newbies. It's always great having y'all. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Y'all be good.